Hi, this is Sarnan from FESquare. Today we're going to talk about borrowing money from the bank or the private lender is good or bad for you. Whether the debt you have accumulated is good debt or bad debt. So today we're going to talk all about good loan or a bad loan for you. So stay tuned, stay happy and stay brisk. We're going to learn something new today. So let's quickly move on to the definition of the good debt and bad debt. What do you mean? What I mean by good debt is that the good debt is the one which puts money into your pocket. That means the good debt which should always put money into your pocket. But bad debt is the one which takes money out of your pocket. What that I mean for you. Let's go to an example. For example, you're borrowing money at 12.5% interest rate. And with that loan, you are investing in a property or investing in a business and you're getting a return as 15%. So your borrowing loan interest rate is 12.5%. The money you're making with the loan is 15%. So the difference is plus 2.5%. That means you are making more money than at which you're borrowing from the bank. In bad debt, let's go to an example. But in bad debt, you're borrowing at 12.5% interest rate, but you're making if roughly around 8% in some cases. If you're borrowing money and investing in a luxuries, you don't make any money out of it. For example, you're borrowing and investing in a luxury car or luxury weekend home abroad, then you don't make any money out of it. It's 0%. So what's the difference? You're borrowing at 12.5%, but you're not making any money out of it. For example, like a luxury car, then it's minus 12.5%. In other case, you're borrowing at 12.5%, but you're making money at only 8%. Then the difference is minus 4.5%. That means this is a bad debt because you're losing money every month. So this is the major difference between the good debt and bad debt. This is the main reason because of the farmers in the India are not educated and they are going towards the suicide. That's because they are borrowing money from the private lender at 24 to 36%. But when they borrow and buy a crop and when they do cultivation and when they manage their crop and after all the expenses, when they go to the market and sell their crop, they are selling at only 10 to 12%, but they are borrowing from the private lender at 24 to 36% in rural India. This is happening even today. So they are borrowing at very high interest rate, 26 to 30% in some cases, but they are making money at only 10%. So the difference is around minus 16% or minus 20%. So they couldn't pay off their debt. So that's why the farmers are getting depressed and they couldn't get profit out of by cultivating a crops. This is the main reason because for the farmer suicides in rural India. What we can do it, what the government should do it that the farmers should get loan at very low interest rate. For example, if the farmer is going to the bank and buying at only 6% interest rate, then if he go and cultivate it and make money at 10%, then he will get plus 4%. Then he will be much profitable. But if the bank is not lending to farmers, then farmers will go to the private lenders and they buy at more interest rate, but they will not be able to make as much interest rate as which they have borrowed from the private lenders. So this is the main difference between the good debt and bad debt. So let me explain to you again. The good debt is which put money into your pocket. The bad debt is which takes money out of your pocket. Let's go to the second thing. What is that? Good debt will appreciate over the time. For example, you're buying money from the bank and investing in a rental property or a building or an asset or a business. You're buying money to build a business. Then it gets appreciating over the time. The property will always appreciate over the time because of inflation and other causes. And if you're borrowing and investing on a business, the business always get expand if you do it well. So if the money which you borrowed is appreciating through assets or expanding through business, then it's good debt. The bad debt is the money which you borrowed and invested in a luxury car or a luxury weekend home or other luxuries, but it's depreciating over the time. For example, if you're buying a Mercedes or BMW or Jaguar, but over the time it always depreciates. It never appreciates and it never gives you any money. So this is one of the example of the bad debt. So the second thing is The good debt is the one which appreciates over the time. The bad debt is the one which depreciates over the time. The third thing is the good debt is a debt which you should not pay. The good debt should be paid back by your tenant or your business. For example, if you're buying from the bank and investing in a rental property, the 70 to 80% of the EMI will be paid by your tenant. Only remaining 20 to 30% you'll pay by with your money. In other case, in business, if you are buying and investing on a business, the business will eventually grow and the business will take care of paying back the loan. This is called good debt. The good debt is the one which is not paid by you, but it is paid by the tenant in your property or your business is the third thing of the good debt. Finally, the bad debt. The bad debt is the one which you pay by with your own blood and sweat. What I mean by that, you borrowed money and invested in some luxury goods, but you don't have any business or investments. You just work every day from 9 to 8 or 9 to 6, and with your salary you're paying off the debt. Then it's a bad debt. I don't mean that it's bad, but it's not as clever as which I say in a good debt. The good debt should be paid by your tenant or the business, not by your own blood and sweat. So these are the main three difference between the good debt. The first thing, the money at which you borrow and the money at which you make, you should make money much higher than the borrowing rate. The second thing, it should appreciate all the time. The third thing, it should be paid by your tenant or the business which you build. These are the three major differences between the good debt and bad debt. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and tap the notification ring bell so that you get notified whenever we release a new video. And also please share this knowledge with your people, and when you go to your rural areas, please share with your farmers or friends so that they will know what is happening with their financial thing. Because most of the people doesn't know at what interest rate they are buying and what interest rate they are making money. So please try to share this information with your friends, share this video so that everyone can get benefit from this video. So with this, signing off from here, Sound from FESquare. See you in my next video. Until then, have a good care. Bye bye.